Joining me right now is former New York Congresswoman and International Women's Forum board member Nan Hayworth, as well as Democratic strategist Robert Patillo. Right, like, this shouldn't be a partisan thing. I think we can all agree it's not right that these kids are left starting out their lives totally in the hole, in some cases hundreds of thousands of dollars, no real way to pay it back. But what's the responsibility of the colleges and, frankly, the American government that is helping to prop up these schools with these loans, Nan?
Well, Trish, your intel was exactly on target. And as you know, Ilhan Omar is proposing complete forgiveness at taxpayer expense of that $1.6 trillion currently outstanding.
And
the way she... Right, yes, and Bernie Sanders. And the way Ilhan Omar has characterized the attitude of the American public is that the American public is greedy. Wall Street investment is greedy. So she wants to tap into, quote, that greed. And whereas the greed, as you have rightly pointed out, is in the government educational complex. And educational institutions have no incentive to restrain themselves when Uncle Sam is paying the bills. And it is a toxic mess and a death spiral for indebted millennials.
It's
part of the reason that
Starting
generation is so behind.
I
yes,
agree.
No, it's
Robert,
a terrible thing.
It didn't used to be like this, right? Not everybody had to go to college. Now it's like you got to go to college just to get, any old job. And I think it really puts our youth at a disadvantage. They are hindered by these heavy bills. But shouldn't we be rethinking this in a way that, isn't going to actually put the entire burden on the American taxpayer? I mean, nobody liked TARP, right? Basically, that's what you're doing. You're going to wipe out $1.6 trillion in debt, and it's all going to be on the backs of the American taxpayer.
Well, Trish, I've never agreed with you more than tonight on this subject. Let's understand, this is the first subject I can think of where Bernie Sanders and Jamie Dimon from Chase Bank agree completely on a subject. Let's understand something. These colleges and universities have the money to pay coaches like Nick Saban, John Calipari, Dabo Swinney $100 million contracts, build billion-dollar stadiums, have multi-billion-dollar endowments, but they still are hiking tuition every single year on these students. We have to hold universities accountable. We need to have congressional hearings and bring in some of the heads of these large conferences and large universities in to find out what they can do to address these issues, and then find out a systematic way to address the issue of student loans and financial aid and the cost of college, because a one-time lump sum payment of $1.6 billion does not fix the problem for anybody who enters school at $1 trillion for anybody who enters school after that semester. So let's make sure we fix the problem going forward.
Not to mention, look, it's not entirely fair to all those Americans that struggled all those years paying back their loans. I think there's got to be some kind of solution, but maybe it means cutting the cord and getting government funding out of the way here so that there are actual market decisions involved when making the decision to go to college. Anyway, Nan, Robert, I'm out of time. Forgive me. Thank you so much.